Most people guess this dish in under a minute. They're also almost always wrong. Every clue you're about to see points somewhere obvious. And that's exactly the trap. All right, detectives, that's the crime scene. Let's bag and tag this evidence so we can get it down to the station. So if you think you know the right answer, go ahead and leave your guess in the comments. But make sure you're specific, because if you just say food, that won't hold up in court. And if you don't know what it is, that's okay too. Just wait until the reveal and act like you knew it the entire time. So I'm going to give you about 10 seconds to lock in your guess, which on the internet is an incredibly long time, especially when you can press pause. So once this time expires, there's no turning back. Here are the clues that should have led you to a gingerbread pancake stack with spiced apples and a whipped cream topping. Plenty of clues led us to gingerbread pancakes with spiced apples and whipped cream. The easiest part to spot was the whipped cream. In the trash, we found an empty heavy cream carton, the main ingredient. Vanilla sat innocently on the kitchen island. A small spill of powdered sugar rested next to the mixer, which we found soaking in the sink with leftover whipped cream. And of course, the KitchenAid still held the whipped cream on its whisk attachment, an obvious topping for the dish. But the rest of the clues weren't this easy. Next, we needed to figure out the apples. A pan on the burners held sticky residue from the topping. Beneath it, an apple peel hinted that it was cooked, but the main evidence, a receipt tucked in the wallet on the kitchen island. And it listed multiple fruits: mangoes, bananas, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and apples, each with a quantity purchased. All the fruit amounts matched what was in the kitchen except for the apples. 8 apples were purchased, but only 4 remained, proving they had been used. The evidence of cooked apples was undeniable. And to really drive it home, the plate in the dishwasher had cooked apple remains. The evidence of cooked apples was undeniable. Now for the base, pancakes. Flour spilled across the island, a dirty whisk in the sink, batter splattered near the burners, and measuring cups and spoons were left out. On the plancha, 2 circular rings revealed where pancakes had been cooked. Nearby, pan spray and a bottle of maple syrup confirmed the griddle work. A spatula sat next to the griddle, a necessary tool for pancakes. Even with the obvious mess, subtle details pointed specifically to pancakes, not a pastry. So how did we know it was gingerbread? On the cutting board, a zester and fresh ginger peels. Near the sink, a partial label of ground ginger. In the final piece, a bottle cap buried in the flour, matching the only uncapped condiment, molasses, a classic gingerbread ingredient. And every good mystery needs a red herring. If you were trying to link rolled oats into this dish, we tricked you. The oats were used elsewhere, for overnight oats seen in the fridge. All of these clues together leave no doubt. Gingerbread pancakes with spiced apples topped with whipped cream. Case closed. Alright, detective, that's it. I knew you would catch this perp. Before we conclude this crime scene, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Not because I need a subscriber, but because if you're not subscribed, you are trespassing on a crime scene. And I would hate for you to get hauled off to jail as an accomplice. So if you want more clues and more suspects, I'm going to link another crime scene at the end of this video. I'll leave the lights on.